What is up, YouTube? It's Phoenix bringing you guys a tutorial on how to wall bounce within Apex Legends. Let's get straight into it. In today's video, we're going to be going over 3 simple steps to wall bounce, and then a more advanced technique using tap strafing to make it easier to wall bounce, as well as more consistent. And then we're also going to go into keybinds as well that you're going to need to do all these steps. The first thing in keybinds, you're going to want to make sure you have move forward either bound to scroll up or scroll down, and then jump the opposite way. Also scroll up or scroll down, and you can double bind them just like I did here. Last setting is crouch. You never want crouch on toggle. Make sure it's on hold. I think it comes that way by default, but just to be extra sure. An important rule for wall bouncing that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is if you're trying to execute a wall bounce, you must be 45 degrees to the wall or directly facing the wall with your back the direction that you want to go. So again, either be 45 degrees to the wall or directly facing the wall whenever you're putting in the jump input. The second rule to remember besides that is when you're in contact with the wall, you are not pressing the move forward key at all. You let go of W, and you're going to see that in the top left of the screen where I have the keys displayed. When we tap the wall, we let go of W, or else our character will mantle. So yeah, make sure you're not pressing or holding W. So now that we know we need to hit the wall at 45 degrees, be facing it directly, and not holding W, let's get into the next steps. The third rule they need to know is if you're pressing A or D directional keys, your mouse is following the same way. So throughout this whole video, you're going to see my mouse and key inputs. If I'm pressing A, I'm moving left, or A is placed on the keyboard. If I'm pressing D, I'm moving right. And this is what's going to help your character move and flow. It's using tap strafing, everything. If you remember those 3 rules, you can't go wrong with these next steps. The first step out of the 3 is just to simply slide jump. You're going to tap slide and jump. This gives your character maximum velocity within the game. Basically, you're moving as fast as possible. And the faster you move, the harder you hit the wall, the farther you bounce. So slide jump into the wall. And you can do this every 2 seconds with your character. It's the fastest way to move in the game. So now that you have the slide jump down, we're going to practice holding the directional key and moving our mouse the same direction. And what I mean by that is either holding A or D, depending on which side the wall's on. If the wall's on your left, you're going to hold A, and if it's on your right, you're going to hold D. That way you actually collide with the wall. So just slide jump and hold the directional key and turn your mouse. This is kind of like tap strafing without putting in the W key movement. Is now we're going to slide jump, hold the directional key to hit the wall, and when we do, we're going to press our jump keybind, which should be scroll if you set up your keybinds properly. So slide jump, hold, and then scroll up for jump, and we wall bounce just like that. And again, just to show the keybinds on screen again, and you can go backwards as many times as you need to. Check how I'm moving my mouse. I have all the information up on the top left and the top right. And just to show the other side, you hold the opposite directional key. So instead of holding A, you just hold D. And a little bonus is tap strafing. It makes this movement text significantly easier. If you don't know how to do it yet, it's literally one of the simplest things to do in game that can take your game to the next level. We already set up the keybind for it, and you've already learned it in the second step. All you have to do is scroll now, really. It's inputting the move forward command as quickly as possible. After you slide jump, you have about 0.4 seconds while you're in the air to put as many move forward keybinds in as possible. Basically, this means the moment you leave the ground, you have 0.4 seconds to spam the move forward key, which would be your scroll wheel. And you do this while holding a directional key. So just like step 2 shows, slide jump, hold either A or D, and now all you have to do is scroll. And that's a tap strafe. The reason tap strafing helps out this movement a lot is because it's going to allow you to face the wall really quickly. It's going to help you carry more speed, hit the wall harder, and then also make it a little less awkward, because now you can control your character in the air dramatically. You don't really have to set yourself up like this to wall bounce. You can just be parallel with the wall, key it in, and jump off. So again, it's the same exact movements. All we're doing is spamming W whenever we're holding A or D right before we jump. sure some people are curious if you already know the movement or seen the movement to skip mantling. This is like a bonus if you get tired of that, because again, tap strafing is very simple. Most of you will have it down within like the first 5 minutes. Not even, probably like 2 minutes. So this is how you mantle over. All you're gonna do is tap strafe after you wall bounce over the wall. So basically, you're repeating the second step. Slide jump, hold directional key, put move forward input, and then while you're bouncing off the wall, or you jump, and while you're bouncing off the wall, you hold the directional key towards the wall again and tap strafe, and you'll go over the wall. It's actually sick. Like that. And I skipped the mantling animation. This can help dramatically whenever you need to escape. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like so other people can see it, and make sure to subscribe so you can get more Apex tips in the future. Thank you guys.